Good evening. Good evening, good evening. Hey roommates. I'm just trying to make sure both of these devices are on Do Not Disturb and is. Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in, come on in. Happy Wednesday? Yeah, happy Wednesday. Oh, it's been a whirlwind of a week, and we are only at Wednesday. Come on in, come on in. Hey, Brown Fox. Hey, Tasha, my fave. It's funny because both my best friend is my favorite person in the world and one of my favorite people to interact with. Both of their names is Tasha, and they are the first two to pop up on this live every single week. So I am thankful. You Tashas are good to me. Hey, Faye. And Tasha Mack over here on Facebook today. She alternates between Facebook and Instagram. But y'all know tonight, if you didn't know, let me remind you. Tonight we are just celebrating 30 episodes. Can you guys believe that it's been 30 episodes? Yes, this is season 2. I think we're on episode 8. I know we're on episode 8. And but when I started filming and started the pod on July 30th, my best friend's birthday. Thank you, babe. Of 2024. I never really knew where this was going to take me. I was really honestly just following God and his commands on my life. Y'all know Dioji gonna always do a bunch of barking, honey. He knows. When he see us setting up, y'all, it's so funny. I'm gonna let y'all know now. Tonight we're gonna be all over the place because my heart is filled with so much gratitude that I have to say thank you. I'm gonna give you guys stories. I need y'all advice on some stuff. So just bear with me. Just bear with me, and just know that I appreciate you being here with me. But episode 30, that's huge. Now, I went to the store to try to get me the big 3 and the big 0 balloon. All I had was blue. And I love all colors. But I don't know. I'm not real big on blue. But so I didn't get the 3 and the 0. But my daughter said, well, don't trip. Because when you get to episode 50 or episode 100, and you can get those numbers. I was like, well, I felt like 30 was big, but okay, whatever. But anyway, I want to say this, and I'm gonna get y'all comments going on my computer so I can read them completely and not miss anything. So just bear with me for a moment. But I'll finish giving you guys the story. So when I entered into this zone of podcasting, I was literally just following the command of God. Those of you who know, I've talked about how the name came to me, and the dreams and the visions came to me about Rumor Has It. Hey y'all, welcome. I see, hey sister. And you remember tonight is we celebrating 30 episodes. Hey auntie. So that's why we got flowers and balloons on the set. But it's also cocktails and conversation. So drop in the chat real quick what y'all drinking, even if it's your coffee, Tasha. Because I already know my best friend ain't drinking nothing but some coffee. Yep, I'll just put your business in the street. But drop in a comment what your drink of choice is. It doesn't have to be a cocktail. And what y'all drinking tonight. And we're going to have us some conversations. about all type of stuff. But I promise you, I ain't going over. So, that's the truth. Let me make sure I'm, I feel like it's sending me to Instagram. What y'all got? So I have, y'all, a lemon drop up in here. So, you know, you try not to drink it all, but cheers to y'all. Okay, I got Instagram up. Facebook is playing in my face, y'all. I should have had this stuff, I should have had this already going. But when I tell y'all, y'all are my roommates, right? So when I tell y'all the day that I've had, and I'm grateful. I'm so grateful of the day that I've had. But it has been a long, exhausting, you know, kind of day. It's been long. I ain't gonna call it exhausting because it's been so fulfilling. So I don't know. I gotta use my words right because I'm so. Okay. Because God is giving me the things that I've prayed for. He's starting to give them to me. So I got to make sure I'm using my words wisely. Because, you know, the Bible said that there's the power of life and death in the tongue. So we want to speak life over ourselves. And we want to pour into ourselves even when it's hard to do so, okay? I'm getting closer and closer, y'all. I think I got it without having to bother Phoenix. So y'all know I'm always give God his shout outs and his praises and all of that good stuff because he deserves it. He deserves everything, every praise, every hallelujah, every acknowledgement. So I'm going to give y'all my Bible verse and then I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about my day and my week. And then we're going to talk about just sticking with what it is that is our journeys, right? Just sticking with it and ways to stay motivated in that stuff, okay? So, did y'all drop in the chat? Let me see what these comments said. Okay. Sean drinking on her Calypso strawberry lemonade. Go ahead. Just drop you. Hey, Sister Leslie. Tasha Mack got her a glass of red wine. Sean, just drop a couple of drops of vodka or tequila in that Calypso and you're going to be turning it up, okay? But if you don't, I understand that as well. You probably at work anyway or on your way to work, so I get it. Let me see if my best friend confirmed that she's drinking coffee. Are you drinking? Okay, I got some salsa water over on Instagram. Instagram over there living it smooth, okay? Brown Fox, what you drinking over there, girl? I'm sure you got some in that canister, Stanley cup. I know you do, okay? So, let me give y'all, so my shirt says God is dope and faithful. God is dope and God is faithful. And for those of you who believe that, I know he done some magnificent things in your life as he has done for myself. My sister Sheila Washington is in the house and she drinking her some Patron and lime. You know, y'all showing up, baby. And this a roommate meeting tonight. I could have really kept this computer shut, but the only reason I got it open because, you know, y'all my roommates and I try to be as honest and transparent as possible. These ads are getting old. That's what I'm going to call them. The ads are getting old. So welcome to our 30th episode celebration. And so I'm going to read to you all my Bible verse of the day. And it's so fitting for me right here, right now in my life. I needed to hear this. I'm getting to a place where I find myself alone a lot because I'm trying to figure things out. And I try not to be a burden on people because everybody else trying to figure their stuff out. So I am an emotional wreck in a good way. So I'm trying not to be doing the waterworks on y'all tonight. So I'm going to read for y'all Psalms 119, verses 1 through 3. And if somebody can jump in there and give me 4 through 9 and copy it and paste it into the because I thought I copied it all and didn't, and drop it in the chat, I'll read it from there. But if not, that's fine too. But I'm going to do 1 through 3. And what Psalms 119, Psalms 119 verses 1 through 8 tells us is that you're blessed when you stay on course, walking steadily on the road revealed by God. You're blessed when you follow his directions, doing your best to find him. That's right. You don't go off on your own. You walk straight along the road that he has set. And so, roommates, I sit here day in and day out, and one of our roommates who knows me very personally recently asked me, because they know me personally, so they know some of the stuff that I go through personally, professionally, spiritually. So they came to me and they said, listen, you and I'm under attack. You know what I mean? I'm talking about under attack because God is using me in such a special way. And again, he's starting to grant me the desires of my heart. And so the enemy don't like that. The enemy doesn't like that. So I have been under attack and scrutiny for a while now. Really, honestly, since even before I started Rumor Has It, when I was just in the building phase, because he knew I was going to get on this platform and I was going to represent God and I was going to be helping people and I was going to be saving souls. Every time I get discouraged and I feel like I want to give up, one of my roommates DM me, text me, call me, or run into me and remind me of how this platform is helpful to and for them. So I don't ask for that because I ask for my approval from God. And every time I try to be like doubtful and all of that stuff, he sends me new confirmation that you are staying the course and I need you to stay the course. So, though it's hard and also so difficult to stay the course, roommates, I am here to remind you, though I may make it look good, it is some of the deepest valleys that I've ever been in the last year of my life that is making me the strongest to be able to stay the course. So now I want to pose a question to you, roommates, as I take a sip of my drink, okay? I want to ask you guys, what is it that you do to stay motivated when everything in you feel like giving up? Okay? When everything in you, when you feel deflated, when you feel defeated, when you feel like what you're doing doesn't even probably matter to some people. What is it that you do to stay grounded in staying the course? Come on, I need y'all advice. For my roommates that's just not joining, this is a celebration of our 30th episode. And we're doing cocktails or drinks. It doesn't matter if it's a cocktail or not. And celebrating our 30th episode. That's why we got flowers and balloons and all of that good stuff on the set. And we're talking about staying the course. So thank you for joining. What do you guys do to stay the course? Besides maybe unhealthy stuff like drink. You know, I started out to tell you guys a moment ago, and I'm just waiting on some of y'all comments to come in. I get such a back lag when y'all comments are coming through. Yes, Sharon is saying that she thinks about how proud her mom would be of her. So she stays the course because she thinks about why she began, right, the race to begin with. And remember, guys, we are not in a sprint. We are in a marathon. So that's long haul. It takes longer to train for it because it takes longer to get through it. So that's a good one. Sheila says that she's counting. She remembers who's counting on her. And she always tells herself, in order to get flowers, the storm has to come. And that, my dear, is called self-motivation. And Sheila, I know her very personally, and I know the type of person that she is. And I've seen you on your journey, sis. You are doing great. You are doing absolutely magnificent. So you keep that up. And I gotta agree with you on that. One of the things that keep me grounded and rooted and staying the course outside of God and just believing that this course that I'm on is, there's no destination, it's a journey. So I got a lot going on and it requires me to do a lot. But I think my kids, I had my first child when I was in high school. And I remember when I learned I was pregnant and me thinking, wow, I'm going to keep this baby. I will keep celebrate the small wins. I will get right back to the story, y'all. Y'all know I jump in and out. Listen, Leslie, every week I celebrate every episode. So 30 is just a public celebration with y'all. But when I cut them cameras every week, I find a way to celebrate that, hey, this is another one in the books. So I definitely agree with you that pray harder and ask God to order your footsteps. Absolutely, absolutely. So back to what Sheila had just said a moment ago with thinking about remembering and being reminded of who's counting on you. And so for those of us who are parents, mothers, fathers, or even caregivers, right? Not even just, to children, to your pets, to your parents, to your, whomever you are caregivers to. And I remember telling myself that I'm going to be a better person because I'm bringing a life into this world. And from that day forward, my boy about to be 30 in May. So for 30 years, even if prior to me having him, I wasn't all this and that, but I could tell you I put my best foot forward because I know I got these kids counting on me. Okay? And so this week, y'all, I call a wonderful blessing, right? So, yeah, Mr. Bill, it's an interesting question. So would you mind to join us with your answer? So I got a call out the blue, and I was invited to do a training and a speaking engagement. And the person on the other end of the line was like, "Hey, can you do something on conflict management? Blah blah blah." And I was like, yeah, sure, absolutely. I can do anything. I can talk and train about anything. I'm just gonna go on and call a spade a spade. And so I did that first training, and that one training has turned into a multiple training and speaking engagement for me. So when I tell you that today has been just a whirlwind of a day with, still working my 9 to 5, when I retire, I'm gonna have a party for that too, but that's gonna be a party in person. And I'm going to invite y'all all. I ain't going to never forget this. You guys have really started from the bottom with me. And so when it get as big as I know it's going to get, and whatever it is, be it this podcast, be it the engagements that I'm able to do, being able to quit my day job and work completely for myself, whatever the circumstances are, I'll never forget the people that was here for me when I halfway didn't know how to be here for myself. Thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. So I sit here overwhelmed with joy. I sit here being reminded on why we should stay the course. I'm not going to make this a session about me, and that's why I need you guys to interact with me, because today is not really a teaching day or day of me giving you guys all of the answers. Today is a day of celebration. Today is a day that we converse about things that we got going on, about things that we want to do better at and be better at, about staying the course. So I just asked you guys, hey, Sister Samantha, I can't wait to celebrate with you very soon. So I just asked you guys, what do you, and you, my roommates, y'all the best. Y'all really could be sitting here doing this, okay? But I'm going to tell you, fear is what keeps us from doing a lot of things that we want to do. If I would have been led by fear, I wouldn't be sitting here at a 30th episode with you all. There's been so many doubts. There's been so many naysayers. There's been so little support from the people that I'm closest to. There's been my own doubt. There's been moments of defeat. There's been moments of just sheer exhaustion. So I sit here today on our 30th episode, and that's why I said our celebration, because y'all been here with me, one, and two, I couldn't do it without y'all. And though I tell y'all this, don't y'all ever get, if you do want to do something, don't ever get discouraged about who's clapping in the stands, who's watching on your lives. Don't you ever get discouraged by any of that. Because week after week, I look at my viewers, my live viewers, I may get up to 15 viewers live, but I get thousands of views across platforms a week. So I want you guys to be very clear. Even if it's one person that's clapping in the stands for you, that's that one person you should be going extra hard to show up for and to be there for. I love you. I love you all so much. Fear. Somebody gave me the acronym of fear. And it says false expectations appearing real. I've heard that before. And that's Leslie. This is our other philosopher. She a philosopher. Whew, I love me some Leslie. But she said fear is the false expectation of appearing real. We got to kick it in the back and stomp it up under our feet, y'all. We can't let fear will stagnate you. Fear will stop you in your tracks. It will stop you from keeping course. If you are fearful about anything, any part of the process. I never know what's going to come from any of this, y'all. I just know what I pray for. And I know the visions that God has given me. And me knowing God, I know he's going to give me what it is that he say he's going to give me. Again, this only for you God-believing, God-fearing people. Now, the message is for anybody. But I don't want people who don't believe in God to get discouraged and leave, because I do know some of my followers are spiritual, but they don't believe in God. So I don't want you to go running. I want you to stay right here with me. Hey, Maisha Hassan, I don't see you often, but I'm glad to see you today. And I mean, on rumor has it. But I ain't seen you in person in a while, but I'm happy to see you here, Chad. But listen, guys, it is of utter importance to stay the course and not to be entrapped or stagnated by our fears. Okay? I have another question that I'm going to pose to you all, roommates. And that question is, and it may seem similar in context to what do you do when you get discouraged, but I think that this is a slightly different question, and I need you guys to think about it before responding. And that question is, how do you keep yourselves motivated? So we've heard some things about what we do, how we reframe the mindset when we're in a space of feeling discouraged and feeling down and feeling like you're in these lonely places. And I'm going to tell you, as we're growing and as we're developing, if you don't find yourself alone, you probably want to reevaluate your growth process. Because if you're not growing, you're not changing. And if you're not changing, you're not growing. So growing requires, and we did a whole segment on this, but growing and elevating requires some shape, form, or fashion of isolation. Because you got to gather yourself, you have to gather your thoughts, and you got to do that alone. You got to do that in the presence of God, and you have to do that alone. You can't go bringing and bogging yourselves and other people down with your stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. My best friend, she'll ride it down and call her about anything, but I don't call her about everything. I just don't. It ain't got nothing to do with her. It ain't nothing against her. It's just you got to pick and choose those battles, and some of those battles have to be silent battles, okay? Some of those battles you got to fight alone. But I posed the question, what do you guys do to keep motivated? I think about the end result. I think about the what ifs. I think about what if I get exactly what I'm praying for? And so remember when we started a moment ago, and I was saying to you all like, oh y'all, I'm so tired, I'm exhausted. That's true. But I almost used another word, but we know that there's power in the tongue. So I don't like to use words that I don't mean to say, right? So the tired and the exhausted part is true. I literally did 3 big major things today that took up 10 hours for me at the end of the day when it's all said and done. And that, again, that's working my 9 to 5. Then I had to do a training session, which I prayed for, right? These training sessions, you guys hear me talk about everything from conflict management to conflict resolution, to setting boundaries, to getting rid of fear, to growing despite permission. You guys have heard me talk about a bunch of stuff in these 30 episodes. So y'all know the qualification part of things. But it ain't just about being qualified, roommates. It's far beyond that. Preparation. Somebody remind me of them 3 P's. What they say, preparation does something with provision. See, I don't know everything. So somebody drop them P's in the chat for me. Proper preparation does some, and it's all P's. Proper preparation prevents. I don't know. I don't even want to mess it up. Think about the outcome. Sean, me and you was saying the same stuff. Good God. Hey, AP. That's the big A, not the little one. Hey, Amanda, love you, girl. So you got to prepare. You have to study. The Bible tells us we have to study to show thyself approved. Nobody would ever approach me about doing any type of training sessions or being a vessel of training if they didn't, and we talking about professional paid training, if they didn't believe that I could do that, right? I wanna share with you all, some things where it may help you when you think about staying the course. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Leslie, girl, tell Angelique you over here showing out. Proper planning prevents poor performance. I had the first 3 P's. Okay. So you got to plan. You got to study. You got to prepare yourself to show up. Okay, when you're staying the course, even when you're tired, even when you're exhausted, even when you're going through, you got to prepare yourself, roommates, for what you got to make room. The Bible says he will open up heaven and pour you out blessings that your storehouse have no room to receive. And so that's where I'm at. My cup is full, but I'm ready for it to run it over. Okay. Tasha says she tries to set clear goals. She tracks her progress. Tracking that's a part of the process and the progress. She rewarded herself when she achieved milestones. Oh my God, that is important. She practiced positive self-talk. She surrounds herself with supportive people. She reflects on why she are pursuing these goals to begin with. So listen, let me tell you all something. You have to speak life over yourselves, and you have to begin to set goals for your life. And you can never really prepare for those those hiccups, those trials, those tribulations, those barriers. You can never really prepare for them, but you can be so well poised in understanding that they can occur and don't trip over them. Okay? So don't catch that on your way going home. So you might not be able to prevent them from happening, but you could be so prepared that you ain't tripping on them even happening. So I'm going to give you guys a true story. I'm not going to go too deep into detail, but I'm going to tell you guys. When I first graduated from high school, I went to school first to become my major was zoology, but I wanted to do something in biology. And I thought I was going to be a doctor or something like that, or even a veterinarian. And at the time, I was scared of every pet alive. Okay, and I'm just not really getting used to dogs, and I had my dog for 2.5 years. So I entered into school, and my major was zoology. I had 5 classes. I got an A, a B, a C, a D, and an F. Those my grades. Those my grades my first semester in college, y'all. I'm not lying. So I'm entering college almost with a 4.0 GPA. But I go and these I got one of every one of the grades. My GPA went from a 3.9 to a 1.9 in one semester, and I was on a full ride scholarship. And so I got pulled into the people, the office of admission, and the people to give you the scholarships. They told me, listen here, we gonna give you 1 semester of probationary. If you do not bring that up, you're going to end up losing part or all your scholarship. So, of course, I went on up in there because I was poor and I was a single parent and I wanted this free education. So, when so the next semester, I got all A's and 1 B. No bull crap. But I hated the ologies. Biology, zoology, anything with ology, I couldn't stand it. Y'all know I'm a social girl. So and I'm smart too. But I was just like, you know what? This ain't gonna work. And I'm just telling y'all about staying the course. So I almost flunked out. Then the next semester I brought it on up and I got it together. But I changed my major. I changed my major to elementary education. And so I changed my major to elementary education. When I changed my major to elementary education, I went on and I did well for 4 semesters straight, mostly A's. And then it was time for me. So these were like all of my electives and stuff leading up to college. I mean, to the College of Education, to actually now start to just focus only in education. So when I did all of that, and I had to take this basic skills exam. So now, at the time that I took it, it was like a 60% failure rate amongst African Americans in the first time that they take it. It was a lot, y'all, like the Iowa exam. But it was like all of the subjects, because remember, I'm going to be a teacher, so I got to know all of the subjects. So it was like I had to do all of the subjects, like social science. It was like an Iowa test on steroids. So I did but it had a high failure rate amongst black students. So I was sick as ever. I had the stomach flu. I'm trying to get through this story as quick as I can. I'm just telling y'all about staying the course. So I went, it had 7 parts. You had to pass all 7 parts with a 70 or above, or you flunked the test and you got to take it over. You had to pass all parts with a 70% or better. I passed the test first time around. Sick as a dog, passed it. When I went to apply, I know my best friend over there holding her breath. When I went to apply for the College of Education, I got declined. I got declined because in the summer that I was headed from high school to college, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, I can't even say wrong place at the wrong time. I was involved in like a police situation that ultimately I pled guilty to, and I ended up pleading guilty to a felony. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all all them details one day about all of that, but I ain't gonna do it today. So here I am. This was at the age of 18. So now I'm like 20, 21, like 20 or 21. So I did all my prerequisites. I done aced everything. My GPA back up to like a 3.5. I done took this exam that a lot of people fail, and I passed it on the first go round. And now I am applying for the College of Education. And they came back and told me, "Oh, you can't apply for the College of you can't get in. You have a felony." And I was like, "Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ." I knew I had it. I just didn't know how it was going to affect me. Because I had just kept on moving on, y'all. Remember, I just told y'all about, the obstacles are going to get in your way. Honey, I bailed out, went to court a couple of times, pleaded out, and kept on going with my life. Not knowing how this was going to follow me and affect me for 20-something years, y'all. For 20-something years. People. My grandmother's birthday, June 18, 2024. I just got my name back, where it's not affiliated with nothing but greatness. But this is a part of my story. This is a part of my journey. This is a part of overcoming. And this is that thing that happened to me is a part of why I can sit here today and tell you, baby, stay the course. Don't let nothing discourage you. Don't let nothing set you back too far. Remember, you're going to always have to answer for something. But, y'all, so I had to change my major for a third time, y'all. I was so sad. They like, you can't be a teacher. Y'all, by now I be a principal. What's up? Oh, probably the superintendent chair. Anyway. Girl, them people came to tell me I could be a part of the thing. And I was like, oh my Lord, I cried. Hey, sister. So I cried and I bitched and I moaned for years about that, right? Every time I take the gifts test at the church house, I always have 2 gifts that are permanent to all the other ones after you take this. And you guys can look it up, the gifts test with church. I always had 2 prominent characteristics for me, either that of teacher or that of hospitality, taking people in, being good and kind to people. Like I'm always leading in those 2 areas. So let me sum this thing up real quick, but I'm going to give y'all some more story time. See, I'm just telling y'all, we got to episode 30, but baby, it has been a long haul to get to what y'all see today. Y'all don't know some of those nights that I had to cry. So I want to encourage you, roommates. That's what this cocktails, take a sip, and celebration is about. Yes, we're celebrating the 30th episode, but our cocktails and conversation is about staying the course, 1, and 2, finding ways to be encouraged to stay the course. And I would be remiss not to share stories with you guys to encourage you, okay? Because I got a whole bunch of them. Okay. The lemon drop is lemon dropping. Okay. So check this out. So I had to change my major for the 3rd time, y'all. So guys, can somebody, anybody, drop in the chat, what did I change my major to? Come on, good people. Let me see how well y'all know y'all roommate. Cheers, sister. What you got in your cup? You relate, so what you got in your cup? What did I change my major to for the 3rd time, y'all? Somebody drop it in the chat. I know you was holding your breath, best friend. You ain't done holding it. I got you. I don't see nothing. Y'all ain't, now, I know some of y'all know the answer to this. Anyway, y'all, I changed my major now because I have to. The first time because I'm being lazy and don't want to do anything in biology. The second time because I got to, because this felony has ridde me like a horse. And then the third time I changed my major to social work. So you guys will hear me say the field that I'm in now. Y'all know I've been in the field for since 2001. So this 2025, November 1st, 2025 would be 24 years that I've been a social worker. So, so I changed my major to social work. So I tell people a lot of times that I didn't choose social work. Social work chose me. Social work didn't turn me down. Social work didn't make it a hard time for me to get great jobs because I was qualified on paper and by degrees and stuff like that. Social work embraced me. Social work taught me to be the best version that I've ever been able to be. I've been the kind person that you guys see, and everybody won't agree with me, but most people will. The kind person that you guys get a chance to see and interact with. The person that tries their best to do so well by other people, you know, is because of social work. So back to staying the course. Yes, I went to school. No, I was not trying to be a social worker. But social work has been good to and for me. Okay? So, not Chantel talking about a therapist or an MD. Now, the therapist part is true. Come on, girl, to put that medical doctor behind my name. Look at God. Thank you, Leslie. For the record, guys, the month of March is National Social Work Appreciation Month. So, Leslie just told me happy social work month. So, yeah, I appreciate that, Leslie. Same to you, baby. Same to you. Someone is saying, I love you always. I love you always. I live in my truth. I do that. I try my best to. I ain't ashamed of none. I tell it. I go tell it on the mountain before I let somebody else tell it. So that is true. Social work is a love language. And I'm damn good at it. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you. You guys are the kindest. Actually, I will be hosting a social work roundtable next Tuesday. I wasn't gonna tell y'all, but in honor of National Social Work Month, Social Work Appreciation Month, I am hosting a social work roundtable with some bad sisters that have had some great impact in this line of work. And I am super duper excited about that lineup because it's just fitting. I'm a social worker, and I gotta acknowledge my people, and I gotta bring resources and stuff to the community. So ain't nothing better than partnering with some bad professional sisters and doing a round table and bringing some stuff to y'all. So get ready next Tuesday, because you're going to have me times 5, okay? And we're going to bring the good, productive, resourceful smoke, okay? Thank you. Now, Leslie, I've been holding back tears today because I'm sharing more than I've ever shared on this platform, and I'm okay with that. And the tears that I would cry if they come out my eyes, but I done choked up a couple times. I don't know if y'all caught that tea, or clocked that tea, as Shema would say. But if and when tears come up out of my eyes on this platform, I don't care when it is. I doubt it'll ever be out of sadness. It will always be out of joy. It will always be out of my thankfulness and my gratefulness for being able to make it despite my circumstances. I do not look like what I've gone through. And people say that all the time, and I agree with you. If a person can't pick up that you done been through some shit, and you still out here doing your big ones, oh baby, you holding it together. And so for that, I salute you. Cause it ain't easy. And it ain't a front. Like what y'all see is what y'all get. It ain't a front. I'm just here to let y'all know I go through stuff just like y'all go through stuff. Let's be very clear. Ain't nothing that I got came easy. Nothing. So let's be really, 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 really clear about that. No, I'm happy to be sharing. Y'all ain't heard the half of it. Y'all just really haven't. But Leslie says that she chose the field of social work, y'all, because of me. Now, Leslie is one of my friend's little sisters. When I met Leslie, she wasn't even out of high school yet. And I was already working in the field of social work. I was already in management when I met Leslie. And Leslie is now a social worker. And she seen me do a lot. She saw me do a lot. So Leslie, I knew you went into social work because one, you remind me a lot of me. You're a strong sister. You've been through a lot. You know, your experience is real. But I don't know that I ever knew that you went into social work because of me. And I thank God for that. I thank God for using me to be a billboard of some sort of image or inspiration for people if and when they need it. Okay? So thank you guys. And I keep saying, because y'all, I swear to y'all, I did not put together all them talking points as I normally do, because I just wanted to come and celebrate. I wanted to let you guys know that, you know, it's because of you all that I do this, and it's because of God that I stay the course. I don't know what's going to come from this. I don't know if we get at episode 300, if I be at that time in the millions of followers and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what's going to come from this. But that's to let you know that I don't do it for the views and I don't do it for the likes. I think I got 8 or 9 people on Facebook right now, and I don't know, 2 or 3 on Instagram. It's not a lot. Not watching me, but people do go back and view. People do share it. With that being said, if I really inspire you, if you really love me, go tell somebody about me. Send my YouTube link or whatever to somebody. You know, get people to follow and put their reminders and stuff so that they can support and that we can continue to grow. But I can tell you we're growing. We're growing in more ways than one. And I want to tell y'all this. We are officially in 4 countries. Yep. Y'all want to know what they are? Of course, the United States. Paris. I gained followers when I went to Paris. The Bahamas. I gained followers when I went to the Bahamas. Or supporters. We don't call y'all followers. Supporters. Jamaica. Jamaica was the first country to follow me. I got a few supporters from there. And then I recently just left the Cayman Islands, and I got a couple people from there. Now, most of those people watch me after I post, because I go live on Instagram and Facebook, but I then post these lives to YouTube, and I gotta do better on TikTok. I gotta do so much better on TikTok. But yes, we in countries, y'all. So wait till we get like everywhere. Okay, it's gonna be lit. I let y'all know that next week we're gonna have a roundtable of social workers. I got some real nice guests coming up. Some of them are social influencers, and I don't mean that like IG models or anything like that, and nothing against IG models, but I mean like they have millions of followers and stuff like that on the different platforms. And then I have my family and my friends that I know personally that's gonna come on and do some stuff for me. Let me give you guys a couple of topics that I want to cover that it's going to involve being a round table. And if you know someone who will be willing to join that round table, please have them to hit me up or send me their information and I'll hit them up. So I want to do a round table on parents who have lost children to gun violence. I want to do a round table on parents of young incarcerated children, and how, the stuff that comes along with that. And then I'm gonna do a round table for Men's Mental Health Month, which is in June. So I'm gonna bring the men to the table for that. So it's quite a few things that I have on my bucket list to bring forward to you guys. But if you know somebody who can fall in any of those categories, don't forget to just either give them my information or to have them to drop a line. And then here and there, I want to just highlight people who are special to me. So look forward to what I'm going to be calling my spotlight corner. That's something that's coming too. I can share with y'all because y'all my roommates. You know what I mean? We vibe it. We do big things together. Hey, my baby Shay, that's my baby right there. All right, guys. I don't have anything else. I have thoroughly enjoyed this journey with you all. You all have made this easy to do, even though it's difficult sometimes to even face the camera. Roommates, I am going to be honest. I'm thinking about moving our show to Wednesdays permanently because Tuesdays are such a hectic day for me. So I'm going to put a poll up. I think I told y'all that before, but I'm going to put a poll up, and I hope y'all can still stay with me when I make that shift. It's only one day over. It's still in the middle of the week. It ain't impeding on y'all weekend, which starts on Thursday. I know. And I still want your support, okay? Roommates, I'm going to my closing segment. I am going to my closing segment, and I'm going to end it the way that I started it, by referencing Psalm 119, 1 through 3. And it reminds us, you're blessed when you stay on course, walking steadily on the road revealed by God. You're blessed when you follow his directions, doing your best to find him. That's right. You don't go off on your own. You walk straight along the road he has set forth for you. Roommates, we have come to the conclusion of our cocktails and conversation for the celebration of our 30th episode. Without you, there is no me. I am not mistaken about it. I want to remind you guys that God is not only faithful, but he is certainly dope. He will blow your mind. He will grant you the desires of your heart, and he will make your wildest dreams come true. Sitting here, having this engagement, having these interactions with you all is a dream come true. People always used to tell me, you got a story to tell. You should write a book. You should do this. You should do that. But I can sit here with you with a true and genuine heart and tell you that this ain't about me. This is about God using me, and this is about helping God's people. You guys are my roommates. You guys are special. You guys should seek God first when you are unclear about what it is you should do next. And if you don't believe in God, you should seek something or someone who can help lend you some sort of insight as to why you began to begin with. Roommates, stay the course. Next week is going to be amazing. I love you all. I'm so thankful for you all. Roommates, have a wonderful night. Goodbye.